y'all, and welcome to Piper Lily. I did it. I found my trifecta for the day at the Goodwill bins. I did not video. There was no way. There was just too much going on, and I just didn't get my, I used my phone. I didn't get my phone out. But I found one of the things that I did not think I would find, and it's a Hartman Skymate piece of luggage. And it's a nice size. I don't know what sizes they came in, but it's the flat top. I just didn't think I would ever see one. And as beat up and old as it is on the outside, I mean, it doesn't have any rips or anything. It is immaculate inside. It doesn't have an odor. I'm blown away. I'm very surprised. Looks like everything is in working condition. Let's see if I can undo this with one hand. But it's got that pink color. I don't even know what that originally would have been. But and then this all works for your suit, when you the board that you would put your suit or your dress on. And but it's an oldie but a goodie, so I am so glad that I was able to find this, and I may sell it. If you're interested, let me know. The thrill is just finding some of the things that I've seen all these years and I've just never found, maybe in an antique store, but nothing that was quite affordable for me. But anyway, I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. And let's see, what was my second thing? And I think we went on a busy Saturday because my son was with me. And yeah, he spotted this. Okay. And he noticed the brush marks first, and tossed it over to me and said, do you think that's anything, anybody famous or a work of art or whatever? And I looked on the back, and there was a name and a date, and I believe it says, what is that date? 64, I believe. Yeah. Fred Wesmer. I'm not really sure. I'd have to look it up. But anyway, we knew that it was a little older and part of an art collection. And so I'm going to look this up a little bit more, and since my son found it, I mean, I was the one that said, yeah, let's buy it, so I sort of feel like I hit my trifecta on grabbing something that was, that is probably worth some money, and that is part of an art collection. But I'll see if he wants to sell that. And then, of course, y'all have seen these if you're into junking and thrifting and antiquing. It's a printer's tray. And I'm trying to move it around here so y'all can see. It's an older one, and it's upside down. I'll have to turn it around. It's got such great patina and style, and I have one that I put little trinkets in. It's all in storage, but I like this one because it's got this little maybe a brass plate on there, and it's got the typo Roman that it's the type of block that would have been in there, and so I just thought it was cute. Someone obviously used it, and they used it for their little trinkets and put some glue in it that might could be popped out. But no one was grabbing this, and I just felt like, there's so much to look at when you're there. I just feel like that they just hadn't got to it yet. But that is my small haul trifecta. I will collect the rest of the things that I found, and I'll bring y'all back in. Y'all remember this? I got something to tell y'all. I'm trying. Okay, I believe this is what I found the day that I found my Hartman luggage and the painting and the wood block letterpress, not letterpress, but wood block letter tray. But I believe it was these things. I go probably more than I should, so I don't remember and keep up. But anyway, I found this little transistor radio. I thought, oh, how sweet. I can just imagine this going to the beach with many of kids, or to mountain, or camping. But FM AM. The only thing I believe is missing the antenna. Probably would have gone right here. But it is in this little cute little gray leather case. Turn it around. Made in Japan. Could put the batteries in the back. Would have taken batteries. But I just had to pick it up. I couldn't see it go to the dump. I picked up some old, well, I'll say old. Yeah, some of the kids are calling this vintage, but this is straight out of the 80s. I think I may have had something like this, but I'm going to be selling these, and they're a little blast from the past and from my past. I found a handful of Falcon clothespins. There were plastic clothespins, and I just don't see these. I don't. Y'all may see them, but these were the colors, and there may be a color missing that would have gone with this little set. I'm not sure, but I thought, how sweet those are. Those would be great in a little retro kitchen. I'm thinking they're from the 50s or 60s. Yikes, I'm not really sure. I remember my mother and grandmother using wooden ones, so I'm really not sure. Found just a handful of there was an old Scrabble board game, and it was tore up. Somebody it may have been tore up when it got there. So I grabbed all the little letters that I could find. So, you always need these in crafting. I'm not sure that you can tell the old ones from the newer ones. The only reason I know these were old is because of the box. They may all look the same here in the 21st century. I'm not really sure, but anyway, I got those. Found this pretty little clutch bag. Made in Italy. See that? And I couldn't find anything wrong with it. Great condition. Every once in a while I need one of these. I may keep that. I'm not sure. this beauty. It's a Halston leather bag, a shoulder bag. Now it's got some pin marks in it. That's the suede, and it's got pin marks. I'm not sure if those will come out or if we even want to try, but it doesn't smell, and it's in really good condition, so we'll probably be listing that. It's got a little change purse that goes down in there. Not sure how old it is. Don't know purses very well, but I do know that that's quality, and it's a shoulder bag. Got a lot of space, not too much, but and that's the bottom of it. And I found a couple, let me put these up here so you can see better. Found a couple of books, and I was thrilled. Well, let me show you this one. Little Tom and Jerry, little golden book. It's an older one. Very well loved and very well read and loved. Let's see if I can open it. 1951. I didn't look through it. You know, they don't cost much at all to buy these. But I thought the graphics were beautiful. It looks like all the pages are there. This one, I would have added this to my collection. 29 cents. It's Betsy McCall and a paper doll storybook. And you know, this was the lady that had the McCall patterns. Look how cute. Owned by Karen. And it gives you a little story, a little history. It's 1965 about the, after you've read the story, you can have fun dressing up Betsy McCall and her cousin Sandy. And the patterns for Betsy's clothes are based on McCall's patterns in McCall's magazine. I thought this was so interesting. And I kept flipping, and I went ahead and got it anyway, but I was so sad because, look, I don't know the ending. She went to Cape Cod. Joe's Beach Taxi. But I just thought how sweet that is, and I've never seen one of those, and I don't know if I have, but I don't remember. Let's find out about water, and I just thought this was a precious little book in good condition. 1962. Green, black. Thought the illustrations were beautiful. Let's pick that up. Go ahead and go over this little thermos, Aladdin thermos, back in '76. And it's got bicentennial. Let me see. I was in 4th grade during the bicentennial. I'm not sure if I can get this off with one hand. There we go. So if I have a collector out there looking for the thermos that goes with the lunchbox, let me know. I'll send it to you. I'm not sure how much to price that at, but we'll find out. And then I found this, and it's just a little small little hat box. It's not old. I'm just looking at the colors. This is probably from the 80s or 90s. But then I found all these little goodies. All this. The DMC. It's like someone was making beautiful friendship bracelets out of these colors. Love these colors. And I have a bunch in boxes. I'm not sure what I need, if I even want to keep that or sell this whole. But you got your embroidery needles, some rick-rack, wooden spools of thread. Well, it looks like that's not thread. It looks like they put one of those on there and repurposed that spool. Look at that. Some lace. Oh, and some silk ribbon. I know what this is. I've used this several times. Making my daughter a dress. She was little. just a couple and some wooden beads. So I just grabbed the whole thing and put it over in my buggy. But if some of y'all need these colors, and just let me know. And oh, it's 19 cents at the time. American Thread Company. Coats and Clark. But well, thanks for watching today, y'all. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you want to, just push the button, and I will try to get back and make another video with the hauls. Sometimes I can bring out my camera, and then sometimes I just don't feel comfortable. But there's always a handful of people there, and you know they're staring at you like, what are you doing? And you try not to get them on camera, but it happens anyway. But this would be precious for some little doll clothes. But thanks for joining me, and if I can get some more history on this, I will. I'm gonna look it up, and we're gonna find out who he is. I love this. Look at this. He needs to be cleaned up a little bit too. We're gonna find out. Thanks for joining me. Bye.